Hearts team. He's suspended, so Graham Hogg retains his place in defence. Eamon Bannon too is out through injury, but Ian Baird's suspension is over, so he leads an attack which includes top scorer Scott Crabb. His selection means young Ian Ferguson is relegated to the bench. The midfield engine room will consist of Derek Ferguson, who cost £750,000 from Rangers, and John Miller, who cost nothing. Signed on a free transfer last summer from Blackburn Rovers, he's missed only one game this season for Hearts, and he's scored 6 goals from that midfield position. The significant alterations in the Celtic team are the inclusion of Steve Fulton at the expense of Joe Miller, and joint leading scorer Tommy Coyne comes back after suspension at the expense of fellow joint top scorer Charlie Nicholas, who made such a good return last week at Easter Road. He's on the bench with Tony Mowbray. Gordon Marshall continues in goal for the 17th consecutive time, keeping Pat Bonner on the sidelines. He has the remarkable record of 10 shutouts in 16 games, making his transfer fee of £270,000 from Falkirk look excellent value already. And the referee this afternoon is Donald McVicker from Carluke, an insurance surveyor by profession and in his 9th season as a Grade 1 official. A match then of immense importance as far as the league race is concerned. Hearts in second place, Celtic in third. Celtic on a run of 8 games without defeat. And Hearts determined to take advantage of that drop point by Rangers in midweek against Aberdeen. So the early exchanges will be important, and it's Alan McLaren who steps in at the back there for Hearts. Very interesting alteration made by Celtic. Steve Fulton there playing that ball out of play has come into the midfield. He's playing right in the centre beside Paul McStay, leaving John Collins wide on the left, Brian O'Neill on the right, and a two-man attack, Coyne and Creaney. So tactical alteration resulting in Joe Miller being the unlucky man left out. Collins with a header. There's Fulton. Back from Mackay. McLaren uses Hogg inside. Mackay was quick, so was McStay. He's been penalised though. Doing a bit of pushing there on Derek Ferguson. Two very skillful players in midfield. Paul McStay clearly unhappy with that decision, having a few words with referee McVicker. McPherson's free kick. Baird helps it on for Robertson. Well, the swirling wind caused a problem there with that free kick. It is blustery this afternoon here at Tynecastle, and that certainly was troublesome. The way this ball came in, the free kick, Gary Gillespie clearly was out of range there in the end as the ball swerved away from him, and Baird almost made Celtic suffer. Ferguson giving that straight to O'Neill. This is Creaney. Coyne. O'Neill wide on the right. Morris goes sprinting past him. Good play with the fullback. Tommy Coyne going for that with Henry Smith. Chances on. Creaney scores for Celtic. It's the perfect start for Celtic. 8 minutes of the match gone. And this was down to the overlapping play of Chris Morris. That was brilliant fullback play. The near post ball, Henry Smith came for that with Tommy Coyne. The ball up in the air for Coyne, and Creaney was there first when the ball came across. A fine goal, a fine piece of opportunism that by Gerry Creaney, giving him his 16th goal of the season. Well, it was a very impressive opening spell, this, from Celtic in particular. Looking full of eagerness. Very active in the middle of the field. And there are signs, though, that when the ball does get forward for Hearts, they can cause some problems. Boyd makes that tackle on Crabb, which gives the free kick to Hearts. Dave McPherson is forward, joining Ian Baird in the box. Far-flung free kick, helped away there by O'Neill. There's Miller. Touched on by Carter Robertson. It was a great tackle inside the area by Chris Morris. Superb defending. Well, having played a key role in Celtic's opening goal, Chris Morris then makes a vital interception here. Crabb's delicate header. Look how quickly Morris got to the scene of the danger there as Robertson was set to shoot. Here's White. There's too much pace in that pass. Would have been a good one otherwise for Collins. They're troubling Gillespie in the air again. Mackay hustled off the ball by Collins. McPherson judged that well. Any ball high in the air is very difficult to judge. The wind gusting around the stadium. There's Creaney. John Robertson back, helping in defence. Boyd to Fulton. White was very strong there in that challenge on Baird. Here's Gillespie. White's clearance goes straight to Miller. That's Baird. Stopped well by McStay. Takes the pass from Gillespie. That's good play by McStay. Using a diagonal run made by Tommy Coyne as a decoy to create space for that shot. Well, he didn't manage to trouble Henry Smith seriously here, but Dave McPherson showing him to go wide on the right. There was Coyne's run, and the shot came from McStay. Robertson to Mackay. There's John Miller. Now McKinley. Derek Ferguson trying to release McKinley on the left. That's a very accurate pass. McKinley couldn't take it on the run though. Creaney helps it on. Time there for McPherson. Baird robbed by Gillespie. McPherson now trying to start a Hearts attack in that deep position. Looking for a run wide by Baird. Well, the swirling wind helped Hearts there. There's Baird. It's off Gillespie. Well, Baird looking there for a handball decision against Gary Gillespie, but referee McVicker right on the spot was not interested. But Baird getting advantage of the wind there to get the break of the ball, come inside, driven against Gary Gillespie. Won by Morris. This is Mackay. Ferguson to McKinley. He's tackled well by Coyne. Here's McStay. Collins running straight into McLaren, who's such an uncompromising marker. Last touch was by Collins, said the referee. Robertson into space for Mackay. Too many Celtic players there for Mackay. There's McStay. Now Gillespie. He wanted too long on the ball. Tried to recover. Coyne's little flick finds Tom Boyd on the left. Now Fulton. McStay takes over. That's a good bit of play by Fulton. Ryan O'Neill coming over to the left. Looks up for the cross. It's won well inside the box by McLaren. McStay brought down by Miller. No complaint by the Hearts midfield player. McStay playing with tremendous energy, and that free kick watched going wide by Smith. Early off from Creaney. There's Fulton. Coyne to Collins. Gerry Creaney is flat out inside the Hearts half, taking no part in the proceedings at the moment. Gillespie comes forward. There's O'Neill. Gillespie again. Now Collins. There's Gillespie. That's great play from Celtic. Well, Gary Gillespie showing his footballing ability as he came from the back there. It was excellent football all the way forward. McStay started off with that pass across to Gillespie. Now watch his involvement from here. Plays one pass, gets the return, plays another, gets the return again. and tries that first-time shot. Well, the Celtic directors all appear to be in harmony there. All together with Chief Executive Terry Cassidy, making 8 in the front 2 rows of the director's box. Here's Derek Ferguson. McStay trying to get to him quickly. That's fine play by McStay in midfield. Now looking for the opening ahead. That's great support play by Tom Boyd. The early cross and the clearance by McPherson. McPherson again. There's McKinley. The danger still not over for Hearts. Here's Paul McStay. Derek Ferguson now trying to work the ball clear for Hearts. There's Mackay. Now Robertson. In goes White. There's an offside decision against Tommy Coyne. And this is great play by McStay. Look at the ground he makes up here to nip the ball away from Ferguson. Then he knew exactly what was happening around him. Tom Boyd's right behind him. McStay knew that all right. Look at the pass. Boyd sprinting forward. And this in the end was a great clearance from Dave McPherson. Collins. Now McStay, fine play again. What a game he's having. Creaney to Coyne. Here's Creaney again. That's well read by Hogg. Interception is made by Morris. Cross it comes to Collins. He was slightly off balance when he met that. Joe Jordan on his feet, slightly concerned, I imagine, about the way things are going at the moment. Frank Connell there sitting beside him, formerly Celtic's assistant manager. A clash there after the ball had gone between Fulton and Baird. An awkward one across the face of the goal, which Mackay couldn't get on the end of. Gordon Marshall judged things well, though, for Celtic. Mackay making a long trek back to that wide right midfield position. Bit of wrestling there between the Scotland under-21 international teammates, Alan McLaren and Gerry Creaney. Creaney gets the verdict. Now this free kick is perhaps just a shade too far out. There's some wind assistance. A direct shot at goal is perhaps unlikely, although Steve Fulton has lots of dig in that left foot. I reckon the chipped free kick will be favoured. There it goes. And Creaney gets up well for that. That's the second goal for Celtic. Henry Smith was caught in no man's land. Creaney punished him. The big men were missed out by this free kick. Creaney wasn't marked well enough. Henry Smith caught a couple of yards off his line as the ball dipped under the crossbar. And Celtic 2 in front. Creaney's got both of them. But Henry Smith will certainly not be happy with that goal. The Scotland goalkeeper shaking his head as well he might. It's a major task now for Hearts as Celtic are in full cry. Look at the pace here of Boyd. He was matched though well by McLaren. The ball had gone over the line. It's a goal kick to Hearts. Well, Tom Boyd's smile tells the story of the first half so far for Celtic. Mackay forced to play that up the line. Gordon Marshall comes out of his box and gives Derek White his instructions. Robertson's in behind Derek White. McKinley couldn't get to that as O'Neill made the challenge. McKinley looks toward the referee, asking a question about whether he was fouled as the ball was in the air. He's still doing that. Well, O'Neill certainly got underneath that and made it impossible for McKinley to reach it. So we're in the final minute of an excellent first half. And from the Celtic point of view, one which has been carried out with immense fluency and efficiency, and of course with the goal-scoring thrust from Gerry Creaney. Gillespie wrestling Baird down, and he's given away a free kick. It may be the last opportunity of the first half for Hearts to cash in. There's Mackay, now Miller. McKinley, faced by O'Neill. Robertson's in behind Morris. And Gillespie took no chances there with the clearance. That's good play by O'Neill, very calm indeed, finding McStay. Well, that was intended for John Collins, but it was far too far ahead. Here's McPherson. Ferguson, Mackay. Thoroughly efficient clearance that by Morris. McLaren holding off Creaney. So Henry Smith with the kick out, which brings the first half to an end. The first half dominated by Celtic, who produced an excellent display in difficult conditions. And of course they've had the bonus of the efficiency up front of Gerry Creaney. He got the first goal in 8 minutes, and that was down to superb full-back play from Chris Morris and alert reactions of Tommy Coyne to enable Creaney to head home. And then in 33 minutes, an orthodox free kick by Fulton, dreadful marking by Hearts, and a looping header from Creaney beyond Henry Smith, perhaps wind assisted to deceive the keeper. So the half-time score, Hearts 0, Celtic 2. There was a 4-point gap between the two clubs at the start of this match, with Hearts having played a game less. So if Celtic could win the points this afternoon, their chances of finishing second in the league would be greatly enhanced, and that would guarantee a place in Europe. So Hearts really will be determined to turn the tide in this second half. They have the benefit, if it is a benefit, of the swirling wind for this period of the game. But much more important than that, I reckon, they have to try to cope with Celtic showing excellent form, and they have to pick up the pace of the game themselves. So it will be interesting to see what Joe Jordan and Frank Connor have sorted out at half-time. Now Baird trying to get the better of Gillespie. The challenge came from O'Neill. It's a corner kick to Hearts. Well, they'll be determined to take advantage of this opportunity. Derek Ferguson will take this. Headed away firmly by Morris. Now Fulton on the burst for Celtic. McKinley is quick enough to get there ahead of Creaney and make certain the pass goes back to Henry Smith safely. Knocked high in the air by Mackay. And McStay penalised there for illegal use of the elbow. It's the referee's view of things. Miller's quite happy about that, but McStay was clearly not at all pleased. Played in by McLaren. McPherson got a touch on it. Crab, that's good goalkeeping by Marshall. Well, continuing his splendid form in goal for Celtic. Just look at the touch on here from this free kick. McPherson first, then Crab's first time effort. Beautifully held by Marshall. Lofted forward by Miller. McKinley's got that beyond Gillespie for Robertson. White goes across. Has to be careful. Good play by Robertson, and he's tackled well by Morris. Howells there, penalty kick. The referee Donald McVicker, who was 5 yards from that tackle, instantly gave the goal kick. Here was John Robertson. He spins well here away from Derek White. Then comes the tackle from Morris. Well, the referee coming up from the 18-yard line, giving a goal kick for that. Mackay couldn't keep that in play. Well, Celtic have done a very efficient job in pinning Hearts down at the start of the second half, with the home side making a big effort to try to get back into the game. Celtic have coped well, and now they're trying to break into attack themselves. Here's John Collins. Rather obvious, that ball played towards Boyd. There's Robertson. White knocking the ball high in the air. It's helped on by Boyd. There's McPherson. Baird lays it back for Mackay. Off goes Robertson. Now Crabbe. Chance for McKinley. It's as good a chance as Hearts have had in the match. Tosh McKinley, who scored 1 goal this season, had a great chance to make it goal number 2. Very difficult though to judge. The ball came across in the air as McKinley holds his head in his hands. Creaney to Collins. There's John Robertson, now Baird. Collins to Fulton. Didn't catch the pass properly, Steve Fulton. McKinley forward. Cross goes Gillespie. O'Neill very calmly inside. Loose ball collected by Derek Ferguson. This is Mackay. Now Fulton, good turn of pace there from Fulton. Well challenged by Miller, and McStay brings down John Miller. Then complains that Fulton was fouled the first time. 2 players out of the game at the moment. Well, Fulton's back on his feet, so too is Miller now, as the free kick was taken quickly. Here's McKinley. Robertson. Impeded there by Gillespie, and Hearts howling again for a penalty kick. Well, the referee not interested once again, but it's a moment of controversy there. There's McPherson with the clearance. Ferguson down to McLaren. Here's McPherson striding forward, leaving it to Miller. Now McLaren. Stumped away there by White as far as Mackay. Here's John Miller. Hart still keeping on the pressure without really being able to penetrate the Celtic defence so far. Here goes John Robertson. That was well hit. And Marshall will take time about this, I'm sure. But John Robertson, involved in that controversial incident just a moment ago. Robertson trying to turn inside Gillespie. There really wasn't much Gillespie could have done about that. And the referee saw that as accidental and wouldn't give the penalty. So we're at the 3/4 point in the match, halfway through the second half. Things still looking comfortable for Celtic at the moment. They've withstood a lot of pressure from Hearts without having the defence troubled too much. Paul McStay committed that foul. It's not by any means the first. The referee is counting them off, the number of infringements. So clearly one more will result in a booking for McStay. McKinley's free kick. And down goes McPherson, this time it's a penalty. A push from the back by Gary Gillespie on McPherson. The Celtic players upset about that, but it is a penalty kick to Hearts, and this could blast the game wide open. There's McKinley fighting it in. It's awkward, hanging in the air, and a clumsy challenge by Gillespie. It certainly appeared to be a foul, and a penalty kick correctly awarded. So Robertson, who has a 3 out of 3 record this season for Hearts, has the chance to put Hearts right back in the match. There's Robertson against Marshall. Deadly finishing again from Robertson. A lifeline has been thrown to Hearts. Marshall had no chance there. He's upset about losing a goal, but Robertson so deadly from the penalty spot. Hit with lots of power, all the accuracy required. Mowbray coming on, having recovered from that Achilles tendon injury. And it's Steve Fulton and Tommy Coyne who are going off. Mowbray will go into defence, Nicholas into attack. Hogg again getting the better of Creaney. Gillespie strong going for that against Crabbe. Here's Nicholas. Beaten by McLaren. The referee has been approached by Nicholas, looking for a free kick in vain. Here's McStay, now Nicholas. McStay taking that on the stride. And superbly tackled by McLaren, who is developing into an excellent young defender. Uncompromising, that play from Gary Gillespie. Delightful play from defence. Started with strength in the tackle, then dexterity with the footwork. And he set up a fine Celtic attack. Here's Boyd, now Nicholas. And he goes down there as McLaren made a challenge. There's no suggestion of a penalty though. There's McKinley. The long pass goes harmlessly over there for a throw to Celtic. Well, it's been a long second half this for Celtic. Still have another 7.5 minutes or so to survive if they're to win both points. Creaney certainly is feeling the effects of a number of knocks, but Celtic have committed both substitutes, so they'll have to play right to the end. Good ball by McLaren. There was a problem there for Marshall. He was beaten to the high ball, and the clearance inside the 6-yard box was required. Ian Baird is certainly not at all happy with the attentions of Gordon Marshall. Let's see this one again. The long, high free kick. Marshall coming for that against Ian Baird. It was swept away by White. Gillespie reacted quicker than anyone else. Ferguson trying to set up Mackay. That was very well read by Boyd. This is great play from defence by Tom Boyd. One of his real qualities, the way in which he can turn defence into attack. O'Neill is available inside. Creaney's all on his own over to the far side of the penalty box as Boyd attempts to find the net himself. Well, all he had to do was look up and spot Gerry Creaney, and this surely would have tied the game up for Celtic. He started this deep inside his own half, then came inside McPherson. Too much height on the shot. There goes the final whistle. Hearts who battled valiantly throughout that second half, only had one goal to show for their efforts. The penalty kick from John Robertson, but that wasn't enough to turn around the 2-goal lead provided by Gerry Creaney in the first half. It was an excellent creative first half from Celtic. They battled well throughout the second against an onslaught from Hearts. For Hearts, though, it's disappointment. A vital game is lost. It's Hearts 1, Celtic 2.